just in a really good place. You're on an upswing. You're feeling better. And what I have mirroring you though is, we'll see. You guys have a good reading for real. So I have what's mirroring you, like above and below. You have the Nine of Pentacles and then the Queen of Swords. Hi, Todd. How are you? I'm so excited that you're in here. So the Queen of Swords is very emotional. She's like very deep well of emotions, but she does not show that. She keeps it under lock and key. So it's kind of one of those things where, like, you don't show how you feel. You don't show your emotions to people. You're just kind of like, you look unaffected by things that you're probably not unaffected by. And then you have the Nine of Pentacles, and that is, I love the nines. Pentacles is all about earth, so it's like Capricorn, Virgo. Oh my gosh, I totally can't. I don't know. I can't think of that. Anyways, moving on. The nines are like right before the tens. Like the tens are like the cumulation of everything. So when you have a 10, that means you're really, really happy and excited and you're like in a new relationship, but the 9 is just before. So it's like when you break up with somebody, you know how like you feel like you've totally lost yourself and you're just like hot mess, and then you have to like build yourself back up, and then you like start doing things for yourself and go to the gym and you start taking up your old hobbies and stuff like that. And then you're like amazing again and you have all your friends and you're just awesome, and that's when you find somebody and then you're ready for the relationship, and then the cycle continues. That is where the 9 is. It's like you're awesome, you've built yourself up, and this whole reading is totally reflecting that. You guys might be kind of keeping your emotions under lock and key and kind of afraid to put yourself out there. That is going to be that's going to be what stands in your way. And also you have the High Priestess for your challenge. So that tells me that you guys need to focus more on listening to your intuition and really leaning on that. So if you get in a situation that is not good and you have that inner voice, go with it. I think that you guys maybe don't trust that as much as you should trust that. Because what I'm getting for you guys for your future card is the Emperor. I don't know if you can see that, but the Emperor is kind of, depending on where you look at it, the Emperor is like very controlled, very like authoritative. Like you have shit figured out, you know what you're doing, but you want to be careful not to become like domineering or controlling. But I really do feel like this is, in your future, you're just going to keep following this path that you're on, that of self-discovery, self-love. Like you're just really in a good spot. And I really don't see a lot of like, this is more like you. But you guys have the Two of Cups for how you see yourself. So I feel like you guys, either you're wanting a relationship right now, or you see yourself like getting one soon. So I don't really I feel like this is more of like wanting to have like a good relationship, or just maybe you just did get into a relationship. The Lovers, I'm not sure. We'll see how this goes to see. Okay, because your environment card, you have the Queen of Cups. Bam. And the Queen of Cups is awesome. It's like a really receptive energy. It's water. And then you have Healing Your Heart. These are really pretty cards by Colette Baron Reid. I have to look at this because I forgot. I think that, hold on, let me see. Okay. I get it. Okay. So this is all about making amends to people and like healing past pain. So if you don't have to make amends, somebody else might need to, or you just might be having a hard time forgiving somebody. So I feel like it is such a weird position for the Two of Cups to be in. I'm going to pull a clarity card. It's killing me. All right, let's see. Okay, a merry motive. Let's see what this means. That's pretty. All right, these are my oracle cards by Colette Van Reed. She's amazing. I love her, but I have to read them because they're oracle cards. Knowing your own motives, understanding what drives you to meet your goals, the momentum your attention creates, the wisdom behind your intention. Okay, I'm going to read more. You've chosen a path, you've set an intention, and you've begun to move toward a goal. You feel compelled to keep going, but do you know the why behind your drive? Do you truly want what you're pursuing, or are you chasing a destination with anticipation of how it makes others feel about you or feel about yourself? You must choose to be in the flow of experience, relishing the moment, surrendering your expectations to a higher power rather than being guided by your limited self. The most important aspect to consider now is where you place your focus, because that's where the energy will flow. If you are resentful, the outer world will show you more opportunities to be resentful. If you are envious of others, competitive, and overly ambitious, you will always feel as if you are not enough. If you focus on gratitude and compassion for others, you will see even more reasons to be grateful and loving. When you look for abundance, has an uncanny way of multiplying your life. So if you're unsure of your motives, the result will be just as unclear. Dig deep to understand the why. If your true desire is to experience X, let go of the attachment to form that X is supposed to come in. Make sure your motive is merry and joyful, clear and honest, and aim true. Trust that the universe will provide the outcome that is perfect match for your intention. It always does. Okay. Anyways, so that makes a lot of sense. Okay. So what I got with your self-image was the Two of Cups, which is a really freaking weird card to be in your self-image position. Because the Two of Cups is like a romance card. It is like marriage, soulmate, unity, union. And I'm thinking, what the hell? This is the self-image. What the fuck? Sorry. Adult word. Anyways. But then you got merry motive. So this is telling me, and of course this is not going to be everybody's story, obviously. All my Leos. But I do feel like you guys might want to be in a relationship, and just because you feel like you should. Not necessarily because you want the relationship with a person or you want a relationship in general, but that's just how society like conditions us and navigates us. It's like, you need to be in a relationship, and oh my god, don't get me started on the narrow versions of relationships that we recognize in this country. It's ridiculous. It's like heteronormative, man-wife, marriage, that's it. And there's so many other relationships. There's friend relationships and friend relationships you can have with family members, all different kinds of romantic, non-romantic, companion relationships. I mean, there's just hundreds of different kinds. And we recognize just very few. So when I said very few, we recognize like one. So it's really normal to feel like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. Like, I've done a lot of work on myself. I feel really good. So now I need to be into a relationship. But you kind of are supposed to look at your motives on why you want to be in a relationship. Do you want to be in a relationship because that's what's expected? Or do you really want to be in one? Or do you just want to feel love and close to people? Because you can have that in other ways. So it's saying to kind of question your motives, because your environment card is the Queen of Cups. So you are in a place where like people are receptive to you, you're receptive to other people. But I do feel like there are some people, either it's you or someone else, someone you need forgiveness, or someone you need forgiveness, or you need to forgive somebody. I really do feel like that's kind of a block right now, because that's another reason that you guys have been so guarded, which is totally normal after getting betrayed or out of a relationship that you got hurt in. But it's saying like you guys have done a lot of self-work, a lot of self-care, and you guys are really in a good space right now. You're self-sufficient, you feel good, but you don't always trust yourself. And on top of that, you keep your emotions kind of under wraps. Like not everybody can really get close to you, or maybe not anybody. So really focused on that. And then you do have this image of, wanting to be in control and having your shit together, which is cool because that's what you guys are doing. But I feel like vulnerability needs to be kind of more of a focus for you, for my Leos, for this month. And then for your advice, you guys have your Ten of Pentacles, which is an amazing card. But also, this card can kind of represent like being complacent. Like you've worked hard to heal yourself and now you're in a good space and like you're stable. Maybe for the first time in a while. Like your finances are good, you feel good, you're surrounded by people that, you know, are pretty cool. And sometimes we don't like to leave those situations because they're really difficult. And people say pain and fear, that's like what gets in your way of having a great life, but that is not true. Good is the enemy of great. That is what will stop people. Because pain, that'll move you. You'll get the hell out of there. It'll move you to change. But when you are in a good situation that's not necessarily amazing, but it's good, but you know there's more. Like your soul is starting to call for you to like go out and do other things, but you're like, no, well, this situation is so comfortable, it's so stable, it's so secure. So it says watch out for that. Watch out for those feelings. But for your outcome, you have the Ace of Pentacles, which is bomb. This is like one of the best cards in the deck, I think. All aces mean like represent new beginnings that are like divinely blessed. So it's like, okay, if you're going to start something new, it's going to go really well. You guys are going to be really successful. You guys are going to make money. This is like new financial beginnings. I mean, it's really abundance of all kinds, but really the Ace of Pentacles is about like a financial windfall, like something is going to happen and it's just like, you're just going to get a lot of money. But then your signifier is the Time Machine. I already don't remember what this card is. It's an oracle card. It's not my fault. I have to look it up. Oracle cards are not the same. Okay. Right on. So this is saying be careful of like past issues that you might have, past like limiting beliefs about money. So if you have, just really work on your limiting beliefs around money, because that's the only thing that's going to stop you. I feel like you Leos are just going to kick ass. Well, you guys are always kind of like in the top when it comes to like readings, just because y'all are so positive and stuff like that. So positive and popular and loving and cool. Sagittarius and Leos get along really well. I'm a Sagittarius. But anyways, so basically you guys have a badass reading. You guys are doing good. You put in a lot of work and effort to heal yourselves. You're on an upswing. Everything's looking good. The only thing you need to worry about is basically get out of your own head, because y'all are bad about that. So get out of your head, get out of your own way, because you guys everything's going really great. All you need to do is not stress out. Try to be a little bit more vulnerable with yourself, like with other people, about yourself. A little less guarded. But other than that, I think you guys are kick-ass, and I think that everything is going to be good this month. But I'm going to add a link below, and I'm going to do an extended if you guys want for Leo. And then after this, I am about to do Virgo. So I will see you guys in a little bit. I'm about to do some Virgo stuff. All right, bye.